Hey, what's going on, guys? Turbo hauling. Quick video. Dodge is stuttering, puttering. I don't know if it's the transmission, engine. I'm hauling that thing right now. That big old van, and you can just see it. Yeah, jerking like that. I don't know what it is. So just a quick update, guys, on the truck. I actually took it to 3 shops and I got the paperwork here. So the first dealership I took it to was Benson. They sell trucks, they sell Dodge Rams. That's all they focus on is Chrysler vehicles. And the result was quite surprising what they told me about the truck. And like I said, all I do is the diagnostic for the truck because the labor charges for dealerships are just ridiculous. I really didn't like this dealership. It got good reviews online, but they didn't treat me really nice. The guy acted like he knew it all when I kept telling him it was most likely the transmission because that's what it feels like. But he just completely ignored me. But the conclusion they came to here was actually that it was the fan clutch. Now the truck I know had the fan clutch replaced in it before, and a bad fan clutch isn't never gonna cause the truck or vehicle to stutter or shake. The symptoms I'm having, a bad fan clutch will most likely cause the truck to overheat, and that is not the case because I drove this truck over 750 miles in a day, and it's never overheated. So that fan clutch is just out of the question. But they did give me a charge for it. It was the fan cooling, the fan as well. They said it was the fan. One of the fan blades is broken off, and again, that's not going to cause the truck to go absolutely crazy. But this is the prices they charged me for parts. If I did do it, which I didn't. $74 for the fan module. It's actually radiator module. They told me. $575, which is ridiculous, and the fan clutch itself $185, and then labor would be like another $300. So total would be $1,159 for something that's absolutely useless because my truck doesn't need that. So the next shop I took it to, and I showed them this, is actually a friend of mine. I know him pretty good, so he has no reason to screw me over. He hooked up his computer to my truck. We drove it up and down the road about, like, I don't know, 1 mile one way, 1 mile back, and just back and forth like 4 or 5 times. And he was looking on his computer. RPMs were fine and everything. The engine, there was no check engine light, obviously. The spark plugs were replaced. I told him that as well. I replaced all 16 spark plugs, which is crazy. In the V8, they got 16 spark plugs. Insane. But that's besides the point. I got all that replaced beforehand, and he told me most likely the issue was transmission. He didn't see anything wrong with the motor. The motor was running fine. The RPMs on the motor when it was idling weren't hopping. So it was only when it was in certain gears that it would stutter like that. So he told me most likely it's the transmission. And the last shop I took it to was the Dodge Ram dealership near me. They also charged me, it was like $115. It was $115 for the second dealership. First one charged me $121, a little more. And like I said, all I paid was for the diagnostic. I told him the issue. I told him to test drive it because last time the guy probably didn't even test drive it. And the conclusion they came to, again, a little sketchy about these dealerships, guys, because they see you as a pile of money. They're not always honest. But what they told me is the same thing the Ford had. It was the cams, the lifters, and the gasket set that need to be replaced. And this is what they wrote in the notes. They said remove valve covers and inspect valve movement with engine to determine if the misfire is cam related. Most likely is. You know, they didn't say, oh, it is 100%, most likely, and I just don't want to take that risk because the price they quoted me was almost $4,000 to get all that replaced, which is a lot of money, guys. You know, $4,000, and that's a maybe, a big maybe if they fix it. So I really don't know what to do. I'm getting told it's transmission. I'm getting told it's engine related. I don't know. I read the Hemis are really reliable, so I'm a little surprised. The 8-speed transmission is also reliable as what my Dodge has. And yeah, good reviews on that too. So I'm really confused here. What I'm probably gonna do, maybe not the smartest choice, but I mean, if you don't know what the issue is, you really don't want to throw money at the truck. That's what I did with the Ford. What I should have done is just got a whole new engine in the beginning and swapped it instead of trying to replace parts in the engine and getting nowhere and just throwing money. I don't want to make that mistake again. So what I'm probably gonna do is just keep driving it. It does jerk, it does shake. Eventually, over the day, it gets a little better. You know, it doesn't jerk as much and it's more smooth, especially on the highway. The back roads where you gotta stop and go, yeah, it's a struggle. But on the highway, for the most part, it's pretty good. So I'm gonna keep driving it till either the transmission or engine fails it. I know that might sound kind of stupid, but I feel like that's the only choice I have. Because I don't want to replace an engine and a transmission if it's only the transmission that's bad or only the engines that's bad. That's just more money. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just drive it till one of them fails, and then I'll know 100% which one it is. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching the first clip. If you saw it, I mean, if you're a mechanic, I don't know, even if you're not, just tell me what you think the issue is. I really think it's something transmission related. It could be engine, but that's really unlikely, because the Hemis, they're pretty solid engines overall. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, peace.